On the news, FAC honors Kaduna train attack victims, observes 1 minute of silence. Abuja Kaduna train attack could have been avoided, Minister of Transportation Amechi reveals. And we owe the victims and their relations an apology, Governor Fayemi tells governors. It's good to have you join us in News Now on TV360 Nigeria. I am Mary Kanu. The Federal Executive Council, FEC, has observed a minute of silence in honor of the victims of the Abuja Kaduna train attack. The meeting, which was presided over by President Muhammadu Buhari, began with the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, calling for a minute of silence to be observed in honor of the victims. The SGF disclosed that both the main train and the rescue train were attacked, resulting in the death of 8 persons, over 46 people injured, and several others kidnapped. Meanwhile, the Nigerian military has assured that it will do everything it can to ensure justice is served as a result of the attack. Chief of Defense Staff General Lucky Rabo made this known while speaking to newsmen after an emergency meeting between President Muhammadu Buhari and other service chiefs in Abuja. Lamenting the unfortunate incident, Rabo maintained that the challenge of insecurity is a constant one in the country, which has kept security agencies on their toes. The defense chief assured that security agencies will intensify efforts to prevent a reoccurrence of the Monday attack.
Some criminals, bandits, we have gone to lay improvised explosive devices along the rail track, and so the passenger train was immobilized and 7 Nigerians were killed, 29 others were wounded, and some have been abducted. We are yet to establish the exact number. So we went to the scene this morning, inspected the entire episode, and gave out instructions as to what is to be done. And we have come to brief Mr. President on these developments. The challenge of insecurity is a constant one. And so the defense and security forces need to be on their tools 24/7. This is unfortunate. We believe that the lessons out of this is what we need to build upon going forward. I can perhaps use this opportunity to reassure the nation that based on Mr. President's directive that we will take every action necessary, so not just to apprehend those who are behind this dastardly act, but for them to also face justice. Going forward, certainly there will be a greater security for the nation, and I'd like to urge everyone to go about their normal duties.
The Nigeria Governors Forum has condemned the Abuja Kaduna train attack, saying such violent attacks are becoming too many and questions their collective capacity to govern. The governors, who made this known in a statement on Wednesday, described the attack as a horror dream orchestrated by the wicked merchants of death. The governors also expressed condolences to Nigerians, the Kaduna State government, and the people of Kaduna State over their lives that were lost in the attack. They thereafter applauded the security agents for their effort in coming to the rescue of the victims. Meanwhile, the Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, has reacted to the terrorist attack, saying he had warned that lives would be lost. Amechi, who was speaking to newsmen after visiting the scene of the attack, said the unfortunate event could have been avoided if a 3 billion naira digital security equipment had been acquired. He lamented that more than 3 billion naira will now be required to replace what has been lost in the attack on the Abuja-Kaduna rail route.
persons died, are all trying to make contact with those who are on the manifest. There are a few persons who are not on the manifest, but those who are on the manifest, calls have been made to confirm those who have been kidnapped and those who are not kidnapped. The government needs, or those agencies that need to give us approvals, need to give us approvals, because we need to purchase these items, we need to install. No matter how the cost, you can't equate it to the 7-8 lives that are lost. The equipments were just 3 billion naira. We're about to also place one order for the one in Lagos, but we need to know what's happening on the tracks.
To discuss the implications of the Abuja-Kaduna train attack, I'm now being joined on the news by Richard Amua, a security analyst. Well, thank you for joining us on the news. The series of events in the past 2 days has shown that Nigeria's insecurity problems are far from over. Where exactly are we getting it wrong? What needs to be done to ensure security of lives and properties in the country?
I want to say, first of all, thank you for having me. The issue of this security in Nigeria has become something that, for those of us in the security world or security business, it has become a resounding gong in our ear. I often said anytime I speak, either on TV or on radio, I tell people that government know what to do about security. Unfortunately, do I say they are playing politics with our lives? You listen to the chief of army staff, no? Too much talk and less action. It's just so sad. When few weeks ago or few days ago, when it was in the news that the terrorists, they were around the Kaduna airport, what happened? They scared people away to go and enter train. And at the end of the day, they attacked the train. Then I asked this question as a security person: where is our intelligence gathering? How come this massive or this kind of attack happened and we seem not to get to know about it? Is it that there is intelligence gathering and some people are not doing their job? Are we saying there's no synergy between the security agencies? No, something is wrong. Few months back, there's a Vocado, a massive plane to fight terrorists were imported to this country. Where is the plane? Honestly, it's just so sad. That's why I said that I hope government is not playing politics with security. So that's my take for now.
Richard, well, just about an hour before news of the attack on the Abuja-Kaduna train broke, the Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, said the government has done well in ensuring safety via rail transport. Now, let's just quickly take a moment to listen to what the minister said.
The terrorists and their camps are being decimated. Thousands of terrorists and their families are surrendering in droves. The effectiveness of the security forces has been enhanced by the leadership provided by President Muhammadu Buhari and the unwavering commitment of the armed forces and its leadership. The security forces have also taken the battle to the bandits and put them on the run. The effect is that our country is becoming safer every day. Yes, you still have occasional attacks by the bandits, but their ranks have been decimated by the day.
Well, now you've heard what the Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, said, which clearly contradicts the average Nigerian's reality in terms of security. Now, what do you make of this?
I'm very sure that Mr. Lai does not travel along Nigerian highways. As it is right now, I'm in Lagos, traveling from here to Ibadan. It's a nightmare. Talk less of traveling from here to the east or to the south. Who is deceiving who? I think Mr. Lai Mohammed should know that he's talking to intelligent Nigerians, people who are seeing this, what is happening. It's obvious. So even my 11-year-old son that that we're going through insecurity in Nigeria, talk less of me. So I think Mr. Lai just need to come and tell Nigerians the truth. And I think the terrorist attack a few days ago could be as a result of what he said. For them to come out and tell the government that, listen to me, we are still here. Anybody who comes and say Nigeria is safe at this period, he lies. We are just talking about terrorists. What of kidnappers? What of cyber crime that is everywhere here? What of ritual killings? What of cultism here and there? What's he talking about? Who is safe? Except, they are not telling themselves the truth. You see, the question I've always asked those who speak for government is the fact that he who pays the pipe dictates the tune. They know they will always cover the mess government is putting us through. But unfortunately, it's obvious that things are not working out. We need to begin to fund the police. Just a few weeks ago, you heard about the police wanting to go on strike or go on protest. You see the army at the forefront, who is supposed to go and check that what's it called, the train. It is the responsibility of the police. But because the police is not funded, they don't have equipment. Army is supposed to fight the what? Are they supposed to be civil? Are they become our what's it called? Are they become our police now? I think we need to go back to fundamentals and understand that security is not right in Nigeria.
Well,
I've never seen it this bad.
Well, all right. I'm afraid that's how much we can take on the news. Richard, Amoa, security analyst, thank you for joining us on the news, for your time and contributions. Moving on, the Senate has received a formal request from President Muhammadu Buhari to confirm 4 nominees as executive commissioners of the Nigerian Upstream Regulatory Commission. President Buhari's request was contained in a letter read by Senate President Ahmed Lawan at the Red Chamber on Tuesday. The president premised his request on Section 11 of the Petroleum Industry Act. In another letter, President Buhari asked the upper legislative chamber to confirm Haile Gabriel Longpet as the resident electoral commissioner representing Plateau at the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC.
Dear distinguished Senate President, request for confirmation of appointment of 4 executive commissioners for Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission. In accordance with the provision of Section 11, Subsection 3 of the Petroleum Industry Act 2021, are hereby forward for confirmation by the Senate the appointment of the underlisted 4 nominees as executive commissioners for the board of the Nigerian Upstream Regulatory Commission. Their CVs are attached herewith. Dr. Nuhu Habib, Northwest Kano State, Member Executive Commissioner, Development and Production. Dr. Kelechi Onyekachi of Egbu, Southeast Imo State, Member Executive Commissioner, Economy Regulation and Strategic Planning. Captain Tong Laga Roland John, South Delta State, Member Executive Commissioner, Health, Safety, Environment and Community. Jide Adiola, North Central Kogi State, Member Executive Commissioner, Corporate Services and Administration. It is my hope that the Senate will consider and confirm the nominees in the usual expeditious manner. Please accept the distinguished Senate President the assurances of my highest consideration. Yours sincerely, Muhammadu Buhari.
President Muhammadu Buhari has expressed his administration's commitment to an efficient tax administration in order to improve tax revenue in the country. The president gave the assurance while declaring open the second National Tax Dialogue Week with the theme Tax Harmonization for Enhanced Revenue Generation at the Presidential Villa in Abuja. At the event, President Buhari also proposed improved tax revenue for the country, which would not necessarily impose new tax rates on Nigerians. Our correspondent Abisola Adebayo has the details in this next report.
Nigeria's tax compliance rate is one of the lowest in the world, given the weak revenue administration capacity to deal with evasion and lack of data. This is why stakeholders in the country's tax space are gathered in this hall. They are here for a dialogue on how taxation can be harmonized to enhance revenue generation in the country. Declaring the event open, President Muhammadu Buhari expressed worry over the nation's current tax system, saying it's inefficient, therefore canvassing for better tax administration.
Our current tax system is characterized by fragmented administration and multiple and sometimes overlapping taxes. Harmonizing taxpayer identification across the country is a good start. But we must do more to promote ease of doing business, including ease of tax compliance in Nigeria.
While maintaining that revenue generation is crucial for national development, President Buhari expressed his administration's commitment to establish an efficient tax system in the country.
We all know that good intentions are not enough, as they simply cannot pay for infrastructure, security, or social amenities. I pledge government support for any viable initiative for improving tax revenue that should emanate from this dialogue.
In 2021, the country's revenue agency achieved 100% of its targets and surpassed the 6 trillion naira revenue threshold. Chairman of the agency, Mohammed Nami, says this feat has evidently revealed the importance of revenue generation to the improvement of Nigeria's economy.
The revenue profile of the country in 2021 has clearly shown that our continued survival as a nation depends on tax revenue. We will continue to bank on the cooperation of all the agencies as they open their system to the Federal Land Revenue Service for seamless acquisition of tax data.
For fact of March 2022, that what was made available was about 800 or slightly over 800 billion. And that out of the 800, slightly over 800 billion, over 500 billion was contributed by the FIRS. I must say that this is a very, very good performance by the FIRS.
With the current revenue barely enough to cater for the country's increasing social, security, and infrastructural needs, the federal government is doing all it can to create an effective tax system which it says will effectively cover the deficit, making events like these significant to the nation's development. Abisola Adebayo, TV360 News.
We will take a break now, but still to come, a government to own only 5% of national carrier, aviation minister reveals. We'll bring you details of the story and more right after this break. Glad to have you back. Here's a recap of some of our top stories tonight. The Federal Executive Council, FEC, has observed a minute of silence in honor of the victims of the Abuja Kaduna train attack. The meeting, which was presided over by President Muhammadu Buhari, began with the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, calling for a minute of silence to be observed in honor of the victims. The SGF disclosed that both the main train and the rescue train were attacked, resulting in the death of 8 persons, over 46 people injured, and several others kidnapped. We also told you that the Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, has reacted to the terrorist attack, saying he had warned that lives would be lost. Amechi, who was speaking to newsmen after visiting the scene of the attack, said the unfortunate event could have been avoided if a 3 billion naira digital security equipment had been acquired. He lamented that more than 3 billion naira will now be required to replace what has been lost to the attack on the Abuja-Kaduna rail routes. Well, in case you missed any of the news bulletin or for more updates, to log on to our website on www.tv360nigeria.com. You can also follow us on our social media platforms on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Google Plus at TV360 Nigeria. On Facebook, we're at TV360 Online. And to COVID-19 stories in updates, Real Madrid coach Carlo Ancelotti is likely to miss his team's La Liga game against Celta Vigo on Saturday after testing positive for coronavirus. In a statement by the Italian club side, the 62-year-old's symptoms are very light and he will be able to return in time for next week's Champions League quarter-final first leg against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. The Real Madrid club also revealed that Ancelotti was isolating at home to reduce the risk of further infections at the club and will return as soon as he stops showing symptoms, although protocol in Spain no longer requires people who test positive to self-isolate. We'll take a break now and return with business updates. Do stay with us. Welcome back. It's time for business news in stock market review with Simisola Adigun. Simisola, over to you.
Thank you, Mary. Welcome to business. Minister of Aviation Hadi Sirika has insisted that the planned national carrier, which is built to commence operation later this year, will be private sector driven, as the federal government would only have 5% stake. Sirika says the aviation roadmap program was running its first full course with planned actualization of the national carrier, setting up of an aircraft maintenance facility, leasing company, aerospace university, and concession of major airports in the country. The minister thereafter added that the present administration has succeeded in expanding the nation's airport capacity to 50 million passengers per annum. In a bid to improve the development of infrastructure across the country, the Federal Executive Council, FEC, on Wednesday approved several contracts in the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing. Addressing newsmen after the meeting, Works and Housing Minister Babatunde Fashola stated that, among others, the first memo approved for his ministry was for the augmentation of the contract of the Zaria-Funtua section of the Zaria-Sokoto-Birnin-Kebbi Highway. According to him, the augmentation was for 9.4 billion naira, an increase which brings the contract price to a total of 16.924 billion naira.
Was for the augmentation of the contract of the Zaria to Funtua section of the Zaria-Sokoto-Birnin-Kebbi Highway. The augmentation was for 9.446 billion, which will result in an increase of the contract price to a total of 16.924 billion. The augmentation caters for an extension of the scope of works on that section from 26 kilometers to a total of 64 kilometers. It also caters for the improvement of the pavement from a laterite-based pavement to a cement-based, concrete mix, stone-based pavement. The third one, which Council approved today, was the rehabilitation of the Uturu Isikwato Akara Road in Abia State.
We'll take a short break and be back with stock market report. The Nigerian stock market on Wednesday erased losses from previous day trading, moving 0.13% to end in the bulls. On that positive note, investors gained 33.08 billion naira. The benchmark all-share index paid at 46,843.09 basis points as current market capitalization stands at 25.3 trillion naira. 110 NGX-listed equities participated in trading, ending with 16 gainers against 15 losers. At the top of the list, Wema Bank and Ikeja Hotel raised the bar, ending 4 naira 8 kobo. Cottons and Jaipur Gold emerged last on the trading table, both losing 8 naira 72 kobo. At the close of trading on Wednesday, a total of 201 million volumes of shares valued at 2.620 billion naira were traded in 4,017 deals. Global stocks witnessed a decline on Wednesday as investors worry about rising energy costs expected to hit customers really hard. Lucky for the UK's FTSE, it escaped the losses thanks to rising commodity prices. It ended in the bulls at 0.55%. Sadly for the US Dow Jones and Japan's Nikkei, both stocks ended bearish at 0.12% and 0.80%. Investors in the US reassessed potential progress between Russia and Ukraine negotiators, digesting private payroll data for March. Meanwhile, rising geopolitical risk and volatile energy and financial markets are rocking Asia, hence the losses for both stocks markets. That's all on Stock Market Report. Back to you, Mary.
Well, many thanks for that update, Simisola. Now, on the global scene, 8 persons have been confirmed dead when a helicopter operated by the United Nations peacekeeping mission in the Democratic Republic of the Congo crashed in the country's restive east. Although the cause of the crash in North Kivu province is still unknown, the mission, known as MONUSCO, said an investigation was underway. Meanwhile, the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres expressed deep concern by the resurgence of M23 activities in the tri-border area around Rwanda, DR Congo and Uganda, as well as the ongoing impact of violence involving armed groups on civilians. And in sport, fans and supporters have been reacting to the failure of the Super Eagles of Nigeria to secure a ticket to the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Denied by longtime rivals Ghana in the two-legged playoffs, the first leg held in Kumasi ended in a goalless draw, while the second leg played on Tuesday at the Moshood Abiola Stadium, Abuja, ended in a 1-1 draw but was not enough to secure a place for the Eagles, as a goal from Thomas Partey was all Ghana needed to secure a spot at the World Cup. Well, more details in this next report.
The decade-long sports rivalry between these two African sides, Nigeria and Ghana, hit a climax on Tuesday when both sides met to secure a spot in the upcoming 2022 Qatar FIFA World Cup. Ghana took the lead in the 11th minute with a goal by Arsenal midfielder Thomas Partey. Determined to equalize, the Super Eagles scored a goal with the help of defender William Tristikong, a Dutch nationalized Nigerian who equalized in the 22nd minute. At the second half of the game, all attempts by the Nigerian side to score hit a brick wall as they found themselves up against a well-organized Ghanaian defense that withstood all the attacks on their goal. The match ended in a 1-1 draw, leaving the Ghanaians to qualify on the away goal rules. Reacting to the loss, some fans say Coach Egwavon's selection of players led to the sad turn of events.
From the game at all, there is no teamwork. everybody is playing individual game, and it's one of the big disappointment today. And again, our coach, I don't think he has a lot of work to do, because both the selection and everything is very poor. I'm very disappointed.
As a Nigerian, I feel so bad and sober because Nigeria is too big, and we call ourselves the giants of Africa. We're supposed to represent Africa in that World Cup. So I can't see the reason why we can't go to the World Cup. And secondly, you know, it's a jollof, they call it jollof derby. And if you look at the statistics, we don't have technicality. Our coach don't have that technical input.
At the blast of the final whistle, angry fans invaded the pitch and destroyed stadium facilities, which also led to the alleged death of a CAF official. There are speculations that Nigeria could be banned by FIFA, going by the association's rules on fan violence. In the meantime, Ghana now joins Senegal, Cameroon, Morocco and Tunisia as Africa's representatives at the World Cup, with a draw for the tournament set to be held in Doha, Qatar on Friday, the 1st of April. Mary, Kanu, TV360, Nigeria.
Well, on that note, we call it a wrap on the news this evening. Many thanks for watching. I am Mary, Kanu. Bye for now.